3, 2, 1.
Ok. Bueno, buenos días. Mi nombre es Laura Castillo, directora general de Tangram Learning Systems, y os quiero dar a todos la bienvenida a la fase final que culmina nuestra octava liga de debate, organizada como todos los años por Tangram Learning Systems, antes denominado AMCO Iberia, distribuidor exclusivo de AMCO. Os quiero dar las gracias en nombre de todo el equipo de Tangram a los alumnos, familias, docentes y colegios que han participado en esta emocionante edición de esta octava liga de debate. Y os damos la bienvenida a todos los que nos acompañáis desde muy temprano, desde vuestras casas, en los colegios y que nos estáis siguiendo desde el canal de YouTube. Para los compañeros y amigos que hoy siguen el evento en directo, comentaros que Tangram Learning Systems es una organización española perteneciente al Grupo Trébol Educación, comprometida con la innovación educativa, que viene ofreciendo desde el año 2008 servicios de acompañamiento e implantación en sistemas de aprendizaje, método AMCO en inglés y método Singapur en matemáticas. Más de 16 años poniendo al servicio de instituciones educativas nuestra amplia experiencia y servicios, habiendo aprendido inglés con nuestro Learning System más de 700.000 alumnos. La Tangram Debate League es un evento educativo dirigido a alumnos de educación secundaria y bachillerato que busca potenciar el uso del inglés fuera de las aulas mediante ejercicios de debate con alumnos que cursan nuestro sistema de aprendizaje con programas bien al uso o con Speed Up. Los equipos han participado desde el inicio con 4 integrantes más 2 suplentes y este año, en nuestra octava edición, íntegramente en formato online, se ha realizado una verdadera liga para que los alumnos se diviertan y progresen en las destrezas comunicativas y argumentativas. Para que nos conozcáis un poco más, vamos a ver este vídeo. Entra vídeo, Ana. Fantástico. La octava Liga de Debate Tangram ha contado primero con una fase de training, de entrenamiento durante el mes de enero de 2024 que ha familiarizado a los alumnos con el ejercicio de debate en inglés y que ya trabajaban también previamente en sus aulas. Y luego hemos tenido una fase clasificatoria del 31 de enero al 21 de marzo que todos los equipos representantes de los colegios han competido con otros equipos en función del sorteo que se realizó el pasado 18 de enero. Hemos contado con esta edición con 13 colegios de toda España, formados en esta ocasión por alumnos de primero a cuarto de educación secundaria. Durante la fase clasificatoria, los colegios han realizado 4 ejercicios de debate, 4 ejercicios de competición contra otros equipos de la liga elegidos por sorteo. El objetivo de esa fase de clasificación ha sido elegir a los mejores equipos teniendo en cuenta 2 criterios: el número de debates ganados y los puntos totales conseguidos por cada equipo. A lo largo de estas semanas hemos vivido una gran experiencia juntos a los alumnos con sus coaches y hemos disfrutado mucho de su participación y energía. Los 8 primeros clasificados pasaron a esta última fase de la competición, lo que ha sido la fase final, con un sorteo el 21 de marzo que definió los cruces y los equipos que competían en el orden que ha determinado la suerte. Queremos agradecer a los 13 equipos y los colegios su participación en esta liga y aunque en esta última fase no han podido estar todos, esperamos que la experiencia haya sido muy positiva y que nos podamos encontrar en la siguiente edición. Esta mañana, a las 10 de la mañana, tempranito, empezamos a celebrar los cuartos de final, 4 ejercicios trepidantes en 4 salas simultáneas. Le damos la enhorabuena y aquí están delante el Colegio Santa Dorotea, Colegio Claret Barcelona, Colegio Virgen de Mirasierra, el Colegio Safagrial, que continúan en esta liga, están aquí, y que participan en las semifinales y la gran final. Esta conexión ya va a ser ininterrumpida. Vamos a tener primero la semifinal primera, los primeros cruces, tras ella la semifinal segunda y sin cortar la conexión, aunque sí vamos a hacer una pequeña pausa con algunos vídeos para que los alumnos se refresquen un poquito, pero sin cortar la sesión de YouTube, vamos a dar paso a la gran final. Os invito a todos a que vamos a seguir, que podáis también seguir el concurso en las redes sociales, en Facebook, Instagram y en Twitter con el hashtag octavo de Battle League Tangram, como estáis viendo ahí. ¿Estáis viendo aquí las letras? Sí, un poquito se ve regular. Aquí se ve un poquito mejor las fases. Ahora os quiero ya presentar como es un evento académico, en esta sala Zoom, como os decía, tenemos presente a los 4 equipos. Y os ruego a los participantes de la segunda semifinal que ahora sí apaguéis la cámara y micro durante sin que os salgáis de la sala, no salgáis de la reunión ni nada parecido, pero sí que apaguéis la cámara para que los jueces se puedan enfocar en los primeros que vais a empezar. Sé que estáis con muchas ganas de comenzar, yo también tengo muchas ganas de veros ya en acción, pero os quiero presentar a los miembros del jurado que nos van a acompañar durante las semifinales y la gran final. Hay un equipo muy grande que nos va a acompañar hoy. Os voy a presentar a los miembros del jurado. Marc Rivera, director académico de Tangram Learning System. Hola, Marc. Sonny Tuke, consultor de Academic Center en Tangram también. Sonny, hi. Hi, Sonny.
Hello. Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. Chris Mahoney, consultor Academic Center también en Tangram. Hi, Chris.
Good morning, guys. Good luck to everyone.
Buenos días también a Ana del Cerro, consultora en Academic Center de Tangram. Hola, Ana. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Hi.
Esther Collado, consultora académica también, que está por aquí.
Good morning. Good luck, everyone.
Angélica.
Hello, good morning.
También presento a Hanna, está por aquí.
Good morning.
Y luego, por último, nos acompaña Silvia Martiño, que en este caso no va a ser de jueza, sino va a ser nos va a acompañar haciendo entrevistas a los alumnos o participantes como feedback de cómo les ha ido. Así que ahora le voy a dar la palabra a Marcos Rivera, que nos explicará las principales normas académicas y ya empezamos. Buena suerte a todos, chicos.
Muchas gracias, Laura. Vamos a proyectar el esquema con el que hemos trabajado durante la liga con los alumnos para que las familias comprendan la mecánica y de cómo realizamos el debate, ¿vale? Cuando puedas lo compartimos. Muy bien, ahí está el esquema para que nos sigáis. A partir de ahora, en esta primera semifinal, en la segunda semifinal y en la final, en cada uno de los debates vamos a ver 3 jueces. Cada uno de ellos puede puntuar con 40 puntos, por lo que hay un máximo de 120 puntos en cada una de las participaciones, semifinal 1, semifinal 2 y final. Un debate lo hemos dividido en 4 momentos. Hay 4 participantes de cada equipo en donde uno hace la introducción, tiene un máximo de 3 minutos. Luego el segundo y tercer participante en 2 minutos tienen que argumentar e intentar contraargumentar la postura contraria y por último llegar a una conclusión, ¿vale? Tanto en las 2 semis como en la final. Una vez que se prepara el topic, que ahora le daremos paso a Sunny, que es el que os va a explicar para elegir el topic y la postura, tendrán 10 minutos para preparar los argumentos finales, nos volvemos a encontrar y debatimos, ¿vale? Hay una rúbrica que es la que usamos estrictamente los jueces y todos los participantes conocen. La rúbrica es como una descripción de cómo se van ganando los puntos y qué tenemos en cuenta en la observación y en la escucha de las participaciones. La tienen los alumnos y nos fijamos exclusivamente en eso. ¿Vale? Creo que por mi parte es todo, solo aclarar que ellos defienden una postura independientemente de lo que ellos opinan, obviamente, ¿sí? Tienen que defender con fuerza la postura a favor o en contra, independientemente de lo que opine en su personalmente cada uno de ellos, ¿vale? Y listo, creo que estamos preparados. Sani, ¿te importa compartir?
Yes, I'm just
Ay,
going.
perdón. Creo que una alumna levantó la mano. Manuela, no sé si tienes una pregunta.
Yes, Sara no tiene link.
¿Perdón?
Es que una compañera mía, Sara, no tiene link y no, o sea, como que la han hecho de la reunión y no sabe de qué trata.
Es que, que no tiene que, es que no he entendido,
El
perdón.
link.
¿El link?
El link que no puede entrar.
Ok. ¿Cómo se llama tu compañera?
Sara Moreno.
Vale.
Gracias.
¿Lo ves en el chat? ¿Se lo podéis pasar vosotros? Manuela.
Sí, podemos. Gracias.
Perfecto, gracias. Pues empezamos. Sani, te doy la palabra. Compartes para elegir el tema. Recordad que en primer lugar participan Santa Dorotea y Claret Barcelona, ¿ok? El resto puede apagar cámaras. También los jueces que ahora no van a intervenir pueden apagar cámaras para que así los que nos están viendo vean más grandes a los participantes. Perfecto. Todo tuyo, Sani. Perdona, que me acabo, pero no me callo.
No problem at all. So obviously for now on, the whole emission will be done in English. Okay, so good morning to all. Thank you all for joining at home, okay, or wherever you're sitting. I can see some waves in the cameras. Fantastic. So as you're used to now, as you saw in the quarterfinals, it's time to choose the topic. So I'm going to choose Diego from Santa Dorotea. Can you choose A, B, C, D, or E, please?
I'm going to choose B.
B. Fashion and sustainability. Fashion and sustainability. Okay. Fashion and sustainability. So obviously this topic came up in the quarterfinal, so we've gotten rid of one of the questions. Okay, so Claret, Mireia, can you, well, there's only one to choose from.
Yo mai, mai.
Down, right?
Okay, yeah, down.
Okay, so here is the first semifinals debate statement. The clothes you wear should be produced in the country you live in order to reduce your carbon footprint. The clothes you wear should be produced in the country you live in order to reduce your carbon footprint. Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds to write it down. Okay. Good. Okay, I can see some faces that are ready to debate. So, okay. Santa Dorotea, can you give me a thumbs up in the camera if everything is okay, if you've had time? Yeah, perfect. And Claret as well. Can I have a thumbs up? Perfect. That's everyone. Great. So now it's time to choose for or against. Oops, wrong button. My apologies. There we go. Fantastic. So I'm going to choose a coach. Who can I see? Albert, are you there? Reappeared. Can you choose 1, 2, 3, or 4, please?
I'm going to say number 3.
Number 3. Okay. So, okay.
Number 3?
Perfect. Santa Dorotea, you are in favor of the statement. I'm going to write it down too. So that means, Claret Barcelona, you are against. Great. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. Okay, so now it is time to send you all into the breakout rooms. Okay. Okay, so an interesting topic. All right. Hope your research that you've previously done can help you and put you all in a good starting spot, getting ready for the debate. Okay. So Ana Cintas, I understand that you have control of that, so we will be doing it as soon as possible. Okay, so the time is 11:24. Okay, you have 10 minutes of preparation time, but don't worry. Okay, it's going to be 10 minutes, not from now, but when you join the breakout rooms. Okay.
Hello. Do you need something? Your microphone?
Hi, can you put us in a... Hi?
Hello.
Hi? ¿Se me escucha?
Yeah.
Hi. Sorry, we weren't sent the link to be in like a private, I don't know, like separate call with a teammate to be able to prepare the debate.
Okay.
So
Got it.
can you please put us in? I'm really sorry.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
Ready, we can listen to the music again.
Perfecto, pues parece que ha terminado el tiempo y ya vuelven los jueces.
They're back slowly, but they're back one by one.
Perfecto. I'm excited. I can't wait to see them.
Okay, I'm checking the cameras of Mary. Okay, Claudette Mary, Claudette Mari Carmen is the coach, Jorge, and I can find number 1. Okay, Ainhoa, number 2, and number 3 is Mireia. So I think we're ready.
Okay.
In Santa Dorotea, I can see Marina and Celia, Laia, and Diego. So we can start. Okay, Chris, the timer. We can see the
Yes,
timer here.
I have to have my camera on for the timer to appear, but I'll be muted. Okay, guys, you know it's the same timer that we've always had. Nothing's different. Remember, the judges will do that when we finish, but I will start and stop the timer every time I need to. When one person stops, I will start the timer again for the next student. Okay?
So Pro Santa Dorotea con Claret Barcelona. When you're ready, number 1 Santa Dorotea.
Nowadays, fashion has escalated a lot in society and gained an importance. This importance and this increase has affected also the fashion industry all around the world. Nowadays, we have a lot of fashion producers, but the most important one we can say nowadays, that is China. China is one of the most important Eastern countries due to this production. China does a lot of clothes, but maybe this production are not in a sufficient legal impact, or also factories are not in humanized conditions for the workers. But there are maybe other factories that are not, and maybe they are okay. There are different type of options. So China transport their clothes to all around the world. This world uses their clothes and they sell it to the people. These people buy them, but they don't think about how it's made. Have you? I don't know about you. However, this transportation has a lot of pollution in it because they use the fastest way of traveling, which is planes. Planes use a lot of carbon. So this carbon contaminates the air and it's bad for the earth. Also, as I said before, the conditions cannot be always sufficient for the workers who produce these clothes. So these clothes are useful for you. Yeah, they are useful for you because you like them. You like how you look to other people and how you have a good self-esteem of yourself. So after debating with my team, we have decided on different topics, which we will talking today. Thank you.
Hi. Yeah, okay. So, well, hi. Today I want to start with a quote. The key to reducing our carbon footprint in fashion lies in supporting sustainable practices, irrespective of where the garment is produced. These are words from Stella McCartney, an expert on this field. So, hi. First of all, my name is Ainhoa, and I'm representing Claret Barcelona School with my team that is Mary, Jordi, and Mireia. So I hope we have an amazing debate. Today, we are here to talk about sustainable fashion and how we can reduce its impact on our planet. But before we dive in, I want to debunk a myth we often hear, that to be more eco-friendly, we should buy clothes made in our own country. But is that really the case? Actually, fashion is a global industry. So the clothes we wear may have been made in one place and sold in another far away. So the key isn't so much where the clothes are made, but how they are made and what materials are used to make that clothes. For instance, a garment made with sustainable materials and produced in an environmentally friendly way can have a much smaller impact, even if it was made far from where we live. On the other hand, a garment made nearby to us, but unsustainable, like with these unsustainable methods, can be harmful to the environment. It's also important to think about how the clothes are transported. While buying some locally may seem better for reducing these carbon emissions, sometimes efficient transportation systems can offset this distance. So instead of just focusing on buying locally, we should consider supporting brands that make a real effort to be sustainable, and no matter where they are from. So this allows to have more options and promote fairer and more planet. So yeah, to be more planet friendly, and yeah. So sustainable fashion knows no borders. It doesn't matter where your clothes are from. So let's hope this debate to have an amazing debate, and thank you for listening to me.
Good morning. I am Marina, and I will be doing the first rebuttal for my team. So, even though you said instead of buying locally, we should support brands that that make an effort to use recycled materials and all that. Only 15% of all our thrown out clothes, all the clothes that we throw out, is recycled. And if you go to the store, a recycled shirt is much more expensive than a normal one. So instead of buying more expensive recycled shirts, what we should do is buy locally and not buy from other countries, since every year there's 1.2 trillion tons of annual greenhouse gas emissions from transporting and our flights and transporting all the clothes that we need. Another thing is that instead of buying if we make our clothes locally, since we don't have the same materials as other countries, what we should do is find new ways to use sustainable materials, to reuse clothes more often, and that would help the earth a lot, and that would reduce the greenhouse emissions a lot. Since in 2019, the fashion industry produced 890 CO2 megatons into the atmosphere in 1 year, which is so much for only clothes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone, my name is Mediche, and I'm going to do the opposite of the clothes that you wear should be produced in the country you live. So you talk about that the 50% or the gases that we produce, but you don't give the sources. If in the rebuttal too, can you give the sources, please? It will be helpful. So we know that these statements are real. So our arguments can be that the different countries can work together to involve the polarities, because not all the countries have the same materials that can produce the eco-friendly and sustainability growth that you could talk about. Because an example, Spain doesn't have resources, all the resources to do all the wardrobes that every people in Spain can wear, because every people has different likings or different types of color that they will like to wear. And if we do this production, it can be unhealthy. So if we do it in different countries, can we involve the polarities and be more sustainability? And the other is the environment-friendly productions can only be extended through the globalization. As my mate Ainhoa said, the fashion is a global market that is under production in a country and then is sent in another country to produce in all the other countries. So it's not all where do you produce. It's all about where you produce it, where you send it. An example, we do clothes with France and here. If France do the clothing, there not be a lot pollution than there is in China. So if we can work together with different countries that are near to us, we can save the pollutions and we can be less eco-friendly. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Celia, and I agree with the statement that the clothes we wear should be produced in our own country. So first of all, I would like to say that we can. You are talking about materials and that they are more sustainable and all that, but you can talk about that all you want because the transportation is equally one of the most contaminated pollution. Well, no, it's one of the industries that creates the most pollution in the world. So no matter how sustainable the materials are, you are still contaminating by just transporting from one country to another. And yes, I agree that it's not the same transporting from, I don't know, France to Spain than Bangladesh to Spain. That Bangladesh is one of the countries that produces more clothes, but it still contaminates a lot. So I think that our clothes should, like the clothes we wear, should be produced in our own country because it actually these countries that brands used to produce, like Bangladesh, China, Vietnam, and all that, they have a very non-ethical working rules. So here, if we produce them here, the ethical it's way more ethical because the rules are more marked, and yeah, it also can offer jobs to more people in our own country, and it's not as abusive as in other countries are. And we also think that you said that we don't have the resources to produce clothes in the clothes of our liking because we are a lot and all that. But Catalonia in Spain has been producer of a textile producer for many times. So we think that we are capable of producing all those clothes. Thanks.
They're switching computers. They'll start in a second.
Okay. We're waiting for Mireia, isn't it? Yeah, perfect. Okay, Mireia, we can see you. Your microphone.
Okay, so hi, my name is Mireia, and today I'm gonna be representing my team from Claret School Barcelona, and I'm gonna continue defending our posture of our statement. So to begin with, I'd like to say that in the introduction, you talked about self-esteem, and I don't think this is a related topic on our debate, because I believe we're talking about fashion and sustainability and not about self-esteem. But however, let's continue. I think the real thing here, it's not where these clothes are made, it's how they are made. It doesn't matter the country, it's just if the factory or the business that creates them, it's eco-friendly and respects carbon emissions. I believe that we should support brands that make an effort to be eco-friendly. These brands are really giving a positive impact on our planet, and it doesn't matter if it's in the country that we live in or in another one, but it's who we should support. Maybe if the emissions on that factory are low enough, we can make them compensate of the emissions on the transport, and that can lead to less emissions on the world, and that would really contribute into reducing the carbon neutral footprint. Also, I don't believe transport is the only thing that contributes into climate change. Also, recycling and reusing clothes, it's really important. Maybe instead of buying them new, we could recycle the ones we have or in a shop of recycled clothes. And there are many other aspects that contribute in this eco-friendly aspect. Thank you so much.
All.
Now, we do think that producing in our country is a very important topic, but we don't really consider that recycling or thrifting or is a really relevant topic in if it influences in the production of clothing in our country. Now, why do you think that the production and transport aren't equal? You know, as you can be super sustainable producing, but if you buy clothing from New Zealand, which is literally on the other side of the world from Spain, you're producing a humongous carbon footprint. So as much as you decide that oh yeah, this brand has a lot of sustainable resources in the fabric, yeah. Um, at the end of the day, when you're transporting it, you're leaving a massive carbon footprint that can lead to our ozone layer being destroyed as it has been in recent years. As well as my teammate Celia said, if I can highlight her statement, saying about the labor conditions in those countries. Now, the reason why a lot of companies go to produce in those countries is because of the labor cost, because in those countries, they don't have rules or legislations to protect those workers. Instead, in Spain and other European countries or first world countries, we do have infrastructures to protect those workers as well as child labor that has been known to be found in those countries. Now, another thing is we do consider that the carbon footprint is a very, very relevant point because at the end of the day, it is something that has been affected a lot lately and has been talked about electric cars. There's a lot of ways that if we produce here, our carbon footprint would be reduced by an amount that is unimaginable as if it was produced in other places. Anyway, thank you very much.
Sí, no me sé qué está. Bueno, entonces, a ver, es igual. Oh, could you restart the timer, please? Because I was setting everything up. Okay, there we go. Good morning. I'll go over everything that has happened throughout this magnificent debate. First of all, my name is Jordi. I'm from Colegio Claret Barcelona School. And as we have proved, the clothes that you wear don't really have to be produced in the country you live in order to reduce your carbon footprint. Before getting into the debate itself, I'd love to summarize it with the words of a genius in the topic, like Miss McCartney, who said that the key to reducing our carbon footprint, and I read exactly the words, in fashion lies in supporting sustainable practice, irrespective of where the good is produced. So I'll gather the arguments proposed by each team to prove our point. First of all, they mentioned that China may produce not as legal clothes. And even though I do agree with that, that has nothing to do with this debate. I mean, what does it prove? That clothes have to be produced here to reduce the carbon footprint. I mean, let me assure you, it does not. They also mentioned, Diego did, that the worker conditions are not as good. And then we come again and say that it has nothing to do at all with the debate we're having here today. Their next argument in this great debate was the recycled shirts are important. And I agree with you 100%. And this great argument only proves our point, as we have to focus on how these clothes are made and how they are treated and handled afterward, not as much on where they are produced. Next, the opposing team did mention that there are tons of greenhouse gases going into the atmosphere every single year. And even though it makes sense, it gets trumped by the fact that there are crazy benefits to import and export, plus the fact that factories and recycling of clothes should change. How can we change this? Through globalization, which basically means having factories overseas and then shipping this good. As my teammates have already mentioned, sustainable practices are basically far more important than the country that makes this flow. We shall not forget that export and import makes thousands of families make ends meet every single year, and environment-friendly practices have to be globalized. That is obvious. And this can only be globalized through globalization. That basically means producing and shipping overseas. Plus, I'd like to add one last argument. Basically, relying on a single country to produce everything makes economical collapse that much more likely. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, guys. Thank you all. Laura, vamos a deliberar un segundo, vamos a apagar las cámaras y ahora volvemos, ¿vale?
Sí, recordad ahora a los alumnos que vamos a pasar, Silvia Martiño nos va a acompañar y vamos a hacer unas entrevistas. Silvia, ¿estás lista?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, all yours.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much to both teams for your amazing arguments. So I thought that during this time that the judges are deliberating, I could ask you some questions about your experience throughout the debate league. Okay, so I'm going to ask some of your students to share. So maybe we can start with Claret, Barcelona. Let me ask Mireia. Maybe I'll ask Mireia a question. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about this whole experience for you and your team throughout the debate league? How has this been for you and your school and your team?
So this has been a really wonderful experience. I mean, I think I can talk for all my team that we have had so much fun preparing all the graphic organizers and all the debates together. Because also we have learned so much in English, but of a lot of topics, all the topics that the debates were about. And it's been also, yeah, again, so fun and such a rewarding experience. I mean, we're in the semifinals. It's so cool to be here and to share all this information and all this debates with everyone around Spain, which is also so cool.
Good, thank you. I'm glad you had such an amazing experience. Let's bring it over to Santa Dorotea. Maybe I will ask Marina a question to start. So Marina, tell me about how your family and friends and your school have supported you and your team in this debate league.
Well, my family thought it was an amazing idea to start all this debate since I was going to learn a lot. I was going to get rid of some of my fears, and I was like going to do something I liked. And so they supported me along the way, and they're probably watching right now. I actually don't know. My friends are also in the school and outside of school very supportive. And the school is also really supportive. Our coach, Albert, has been through us all the way and has helped us so much. So thank you for that. And our school has helped us along the way, and our friends have asked how it's going and really supported us a lot.
Good, exactly. You made a very good point. Without the coaches, none of this would be possible. So they are the key to this debate league. So thank you very much to all of the coaches and all the schools for taking the time to spend with your students and helping them prepare for these debates. So let's go back to Claret. Maybe I will ask Pedro. Is Pedro around or no? No. Okay, sorry. Let's ask Jordi. Okay, Jordi. Tell me how you have improved throughout the whole league, not just today, but kind of like the process, what skills you have acquired, how you feel now, and how you felt at the beginning and how you have improved.
Well, right now, even though it is the semifinal, I was far less nervous than what I was like the first debate. So that the first aspect I've improved exponentially. I've also practiced my English skills, obviously, a lot, and I can see the well, not so small improvements at a level of maybe accent, grammar, etc. And yeah, I'm pretty passionate about debate and all this topic. So I've enjoyed everything and learned a little bit more about each of these topics. So yeah, I'm really grateful and I've seen lots of improvement.
Excellent, amazing. Now let's go to Santa Dorotea. Maybe I will ask Diego a question. Diego, do you mind?
Hi.
Okay. Hello. Do you want to tell me about how you think participating in this debate will help you in your future? Okay, whatever it is that you choose to do in the future, how has this experience helped you and helped you become the person you are, and it will help you in the future?
So I think this experience has helped me a lot also by communicating with people that I don't know. For example, when maybe in the future I'll be working, for example, like in, I don't know, like a doctor, for example, and I will be talking to a patient and I really understand him, what he wants due to this debate league, because I was trying to understand what the other people say to use a rebuttal against them. So it has helped me a lot in that. And also because to speak with other people in general all around the world, I have improved my speaking also a lot. So yeah, it has helped me a lot in general.
Good. So you feel a lot more confident with your English level, which will help you to communicate with so many people around the world. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to go back to Claudette. Maybe Ainoa? Ainoa? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, hi.
Would you encourage other students to participate in the debate?
Yeah, definitely. I would encourage everybody to that really enjoy talking in English to participate in this debate league because, as my mate said before, it's a really great experience to improve our communication skills along with our pronunciation or other important abilities that we have to develop like during our lives. So yeah, definitely we have so much fun together, and yeah, I think it's a really good experience to learn and improve our English.
Good, awesome, thank you. Okay, I'm going to go back to Santa Dorotea. Maybe I'll ask Laya. Laya, can you tell me a little bit about how your coach, who is there beside you, how your coach has helped you and your team throughout this whole process, and kind of like, you know, how he has been so important for you and your team?
Well, I think Albert is the glue that holds us together. When we have disagreements, he's like able to kind of deliberate and like make us all hear all different sides, which is really important. And when you're in a group, as well as when we weren't really clear where to go or what was the best way to work on our debate skills, he was always there behind us, giving us tips, making us practice debates, which was really nice, giving us feedback constantly, which was a really good point, especially when you're trying to work out which are our strengths and weaknesses, as well as he also helped us find a lot of our weaknesses and strengths, which strengths are really important, but as well to work on your weaknesses, because that way you can improve even more, was really nice and really important. And as well with information, he was like making us, we don't really know where to find the most reliable or what are the most reliable sources of information. So he really helped us in that. So Albert really just was the glue that held us together, I think.
Awesome, thank you so much. I see the judges coming back in slowly. I think they have.
Yes, they're here.
Okay, perfect. So thank you very much to everyone and good luck to both teams.
Bueno, pues la verdad que enhorabuena a todos, a los dos equipos, porque un nivel espectacular. Hemos disfrutado muchísimo con vuestras argumentaciones y creo que los jueces lo han tenido bastante difícil porque estoy viendo aquí las puntuaciones y están bastante cercas, bastante cercanas, ¿no, Marcos? O sea que en ese aspecto, enhorabuena de verdad a ambos equipos. Bueno, pues voy a decir las puntuaciones, que no el orden, y pues según cómo habéis participado, y os voy a dejar los resultados y obviamente sacaréis el ganador, ¿vale? Pero bueno, enhorabuena de verdad a ambos porque un gran nivel, la suerte es así, os cruza como os cruza y por eso son sorteos, ¿vale? Vamos a ver. Colegio Santa Dorotea, Salesiana Sarriá, 90 puntos. Colegio Claret de Barcelona, 93 puntos. Así que enhorabuena al Colegio Claret, enhorabuena de verdad a Santa Dorotea de Salesianas, lo habéis hecho fantástico, fantástico, fantástico. O sea, no puedo decir cuál me gusta más, me encantáis los dos. Habéis hecho un trabajo fantástico, espectacular y bueno, siempre hay algún matiz que puntúan los jueces de una manera o de otra, pero tenéis que estar muy satisfechos el equipo de Salesianas de Santa Dorotea porque lo habéis hecho espectacular. Y Claret, pues seguís ahora tenéis un descansito porque tenemos la otra semifinal. A Santa Dorotea, no os vayáis, quedaros con nosotros, disfrutad y de verdad enhorabuena por haber llegado hasta aquí porque lo habéis hecho muy bien y es para estar muy orgullosos. Marcos, lo que tú les quieras decir.
Sí, felicidades, muy bien argumentado. De hecho, como he sido juez del primero, en la segunda, justo con vosotros, o sea, creo que ha habido un paso adelante, o sea que felicidades. Si queréis comentar algo.
¿Sí podéis hablar?
Sí, bueno, de hecho se nos ha cortado un poco el momento del veredicto. Se nos ha cortado y hemos conectado justo al final.
Perdón, pues
Vale, pero bueno, entiendo que,
Hemos perdido.
Los
entiendo que ha
puntos
ganado Claret.
habéis obtenido 90 puntos y el Colegio Claret ha obtenido 93 puntos. Es decir, habéis estado los dos espectacular, súper cercanos y lo que estábamos diciendo era que qué maravilla de ejercicio, que nos ha encantado los dos, que bueno, que siempre hay algún matiz que los jueces, como es una rúbrica muy larga, habrá algún matiz, que habrá alguna pequeña diferencia, porque fijaros que entre esa puntuación la diferencia es absolutamente muy pequeña. Así que, de verdad, enhorabuena a vosotros, a Santa Dorotea Salesianas, aunque no sigáis, pero enhorabuena, y enhorabuena a Claret, y bueno, la suerte algunas veces hace estos cruces, ¿no? Y bueno, que creo que tenéis que estar muy orgullosos de lo que habéis hecho y que estamos muy contentos y que queráis que nos acompañéis hasta el resto de la jornada, por supuesto, que es para darle enhorabuena a los chicos porque lo han hecho espectacular.
Y os mandaremos la rúbrica con las valoraciones como hemos ido haciendo en lo largo de la liga para que veáis cómo hemos valorado, ¿vale? Muchas gracias por todo, de verdad,
Perfecto.
No,
Gracias a vosotros y felicidades al Claret, que ya en la previa nos encontramos y estuvo también muy reñido. Y la verdad es que lo hace muy bien, así que toda la suerte del mundo en la final. Y nada, que ha sido una experiencia genial. Muy contento con mi equipo, que son unos grandes. Y nada, adelante.
Muy bien.
Muchas
gracias.
Gracias a vosotros. Un abrazo. Bueno, pues vamos a continuar. Hasta luego, pero no os vayáis, quedaros con nosotros. Vamos a preparar ahora la segunda semifinal. Le vamos a pedir a los alumnos pues ahora ya, como vamos a apagar las cámaras de Santa Dorotea y de Claret, aunque no se vayan, y no abandonéis la sala los chicos de Claret, sencillamente apagar la cámara y el mute.
No, potser a veure.
¿Vale?
Queríamos decir que hay dos de los, yo y otra persona tenemos que ir a cargar los portátiles porque se nos han quedado sin batería, por eso nos vamos a ir dos, ¿vale? Pero otros estarán aquí, ¿vale?
Perfecto. Perfecto. Pues vamos a ir preparándonos ya para la siguiente semifinal que vamos a preparar al colegio. Estamos esperando ya que pongan sus cámaras al Colegio Virgen de Mirasierra y Safa Grial de Valladolid, que estamos también con muchas ganas de verlos intervenir y como sabéis el enlace sigue, estamos en la misma emisión, así que pues ahora vamos a la segunda semifinal. Y bueno, desde esta semifinal a la gran final sí tendremos como 15 minutos de descanso sin cortar emisión y si salgáis tampoco de la sala, pero sí para que podáis descansar porque de estos el que gane sigue. Esto es un poco trepidante, así que bueno, Marcos, todo tuyo, ¿vale?
Sí, vamos a hacer la misma dinámica y Sani va a ir compartiendo. Solo voy a confirmar the microphones and the people. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, BDM, Gabriel, Sofia. Okay, I think we are ready. So Sani, all yours. Do you mind to share the what? Not you. Okay, perfect.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Mark. So we're all aware of the rules now. You're all experts in what we have to do, the timings, etc. So, as always, I need to choose someone for the first window. Íñigo from Virgen de Mirasierra, can you choose A, B, C, D, or E, please?
Yeah, sure. For example, letter A.
The A. Social media and reliability.
Okay,
Social
thanks.
media and reliability. Thank you, Íñigo. Okay, so let's find out the statement. So there's no need to choose anyone, okay, because there's only one option left. All right, so the statement for the second semi-final is: teenagers don't have the mental capacity to critically analyze social media posts made by influencers, news channels, and public figures. Therefore, social media users must be at least 18 years of age. Okay, it's quite a lengthy statement, so I will give you more time to make a note. Okay, I think it's a relevant one, right? I'm sure many of you use social media as a source of information. And of course, you are all under 18, so this is very relevant to you all.
I think we are going to enjoy listen to their arguments.
Oh, yes.
About this stuff.
I'm excited, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely, Mark. Okay. A few more seconds. It is a very lengthy statement, so we'll give you a bit more time.
Could you read it one more time, please?
Of course. Teenagers don't have the mental capacity to critically analyze social media posts made by influencers, news channels, and public figures. Therefore, social media users must be at least 18 years of age. Okay, Virgen de Mirasierra, Íñigo, can you give me a thumbs up if your team is ready? Thank you very much. And Safa Grial Alba, can you give me a thumbs up if your team is ready, please? Fantastic. Good. So now
I'm creating the rooms.
Perfect. So for and against, we need to find, is there a coach? I can't find a coach.
And VDM, isn't it? VDM. Okay, 10 minutes.
Okay. Wait, we need to do for and against, Mark.
What?
Okay, we need to do the for and against. We haven't decided for and against.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
No problem. Pamela from Virgen de Mirasierra. Can you hear me?
Hi, Sonny. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Can you please choose a number? Oh, perfectly. Can you please choose a number from 1 to 4? Pamela? She gone? I think she may have left the call.
Yeah, excuse me. We have a little bit of technical problems.
No problem.
So Pamela wanted to choose the number 1.
Number 1. Okay. Thank you very much. I think that was Íñigo. I couldn't see you, but it sounds familiar. Con. So that means Virgen de Mirasierra, you are against. You are con. And Safa Grial, you are for. You are in favor of the statement. Okay? Cool.
Okay. Now I did create the room, so 12:25. Okay? We will see you at 12:25. Perfect? Ready? They're coming back.
Okay, so this time I'm going to be in charge of the timer. All right, so exactly the same as what Chris has done. And you will see the timer in the top corner. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, Sunny. So ready? Ready, Safagrial? Alejandro, the coach Safagrial, are you ready?
Sorry, can I? I think that we are pro, and they have the background with a different position.
Your position is pro, and Mira Sierra is con. Am I okay? Am I right? Yeah.
He's referring to the backgrounds of the speakers.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Pro, con.
Yes, they are opposite position.
VT.
Thank you.
Yeah, Virgen then Mira Sierra, you have to change. Yeah, perfect. Con Safa Grial Lucia is pro. I think she's changing the background, yeah. And Mira Sierra, Gabriel is con. So I think it's
Nerea is still have to change.
Nerea
is still on con.
Thank you, Alejandro.
Me va fatal.
VDN con,
Ya, a mí
VDN
también.
con, VDN con, VDN con, VDN con, Safa Pro, Safa Pro, Safa Pro,
Yo creo
Safa
que sí.
Pro. Okay, so thank you. We are ready to start. Okay, share the screen to choose the topic, please. I don't know, Sunny, maybe?
To choose the topic?
To choose the topic to start, sorry.
Me to start. Okay, so I'm just going to start my timer. Okay.
Start number when, okay, Safa Grial. Alba, you start, okay? When you're ready, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. I want to start defining both things for knowing more information. The Oxford Dictionary defines social media as websites, an application that enable users to create, answer content, or to participate in social networking. And social media, it have a lot of uses, but I think that it's not necessary that our teenagers' capacity don't need it. When you're an adult, you can use it for branding, for relationship, for advertising. But now that we are teenagers, we don't have to make that type of things with social media. We can find our information in other places that it's going to be better for our capacity. And reliability, the Oxford Dictionary defines like the quality of being trustworthy or performing consistently well. Reliability also depends on the way that we search for information, but it's gonna be easier to find a fake news in social media than in other places. So we can say that social media it's not so reliability like other places where teenagers we can find information. I think that social media offer free access to a large of number of users, and that is so good for our grown-up life, and we can use it for a lot of good things, but not so early. Some of the things that we're gonna talk is also about the fake news. There's a lot of fake news that teenagers, we can think that they're true. So we can tell to other teenagers that our friends
and that it can make that the fake news is gonna be bigger. So that's a problem. Also about the filters, because now we can see in social media, oh, that girl is so pretty, I love it. I'm gonna do a lot of bad things for my body for being like, see. But that's a filter. That's not her body, her life. So that's also a problem for our capacity, because we think other things about the real life. Thank you so much.
Hello, can you hear me correctly? Yeah. So, the introduction. According to Botlinko, there are 4.95 billion social media users every single day. And in an increasingly technological world, social media is a place where everyone has their voice heard. It's the only way that children can express their opinion freely and the way it should be heard. Should social media be limited to under 18 people? Well, the simple answer is no. The reason is also simple. Bringing social media users to under 18 is like not letting under 18 children exit their house, go into an unexplored world, and see the things that the world has to offer. Good morning, esteemed judges, fellow debaters, and distinguished audience members. Together with my team, composed by Inigo, Sofia, and Manuela, and myself, we are going to tell you and explain why under 18 people should be able to access social media. Simple. The answer, simple, is that drastic times call for drastic measures, and we are digital natives. We use social media as a way of communicating with others. Our points are three, and they're pretty simple. User protection, critical thinking skills, and being left behind in society. Our sources are the Harvard University and the University of Denver. And we conclude that it's not about age. It's about educating our newer generations correctly to benefit from social media. The right for freedom is a right that you don't enforce from prohibiting children from the internet. The key word is that we are digital natives. We are used to this. And the new generations are just used to accessing the internet. So the question is, who of us has not seen the TV when we were young? Who of us hasn't seen YouTube, hasn't accessed educational videos? Who of us hasn't used the internet in a correct way? The internet has made every one of us, especially in the new generations, better. And it has let us access a source of education that is widespread. Right now, this debate is in YouTube. How do you think minor people could access it? They couldn't. They couldn't see us debate. They couldn't learn about how a debate is done. So when something is working, I guess don't change it. Thank you very much.
Okay, so now I'm going to start. And first of all, thank you so much, Gabriel, for your introduction. I think it was great, but I disagree with you in some things. For example, this is just like a very simple thing, but about what you said about the right now stream YouTube thing, I think people in maybe like 10 years ago, 30 years ago, when social media didn't exist. Okay, so I think they also learned to do debates because debates were here a long time ago. But that's just a little thing that I wanted to say. Okay, so I'm going to talk about fake news and why teenagers shouldn't be on social media with this fake news online. Okay, so fake news are everywhere. Like right now, it is a thing, and we can hear that there is some murder on the street, or that they are going to put a law that isn't going to be put in the state. And teenagers believe it because they don't have the capacity an adult has to recognize the things that are true and false. And I think that's an important point. Also, they don't get used to this scam of fake news. They just believe it all the time without they wanted to, but it is a thing. And also, first, I have to say that I'm the first one that believe in these scams and in this fake news. It is me. So I think we all just like believe something that wasn't true sometimes, and we have to be careful with it. And that's all. Thank you.
I'm Manuela and I'm doing the second rebuttal. And this is why we think that social media should not be limited to over 18 years old. So I'm going to start with a little rebuttal. Alva, you said that the social media has a lot of yes, and you're completely right. It has a lot of yeses. It has a lot. For example, if you grow up in a really conservative household and you are told that being homophobic is right, that being racist is right, there's nobody that's going to be to correct you. But if you go on social media and you discover that those people are not actually mean and do not mean any harm to you, you can maybe change your perception. You also said there's a lot of fake news and there's no reliable, but where do you want us to look for our information? For example, Wikipedia is not a reliable source and it's not social media. So the only the only solution will be to educate our children to know they don't need to believe everything they see. An OHCHR article also says that there will be a lot of implementation issues, as you will have to change all the algorithm on our social media to make people not to believe the things, and to make sure the person below 18 years old is able to enter it. Arizona Peterson also said that the only answer will be to mitigate the fake info. We cannot make sure that 18 years old are not saying it, and it will create a lot of problems. And we need to use our critical thinking. That's why we have it. We need to make sure that we are not doing something we should not do, and we are not believing everything we see. For example, or people are getting scammed all the time. And Unerea said that as we are lower 18, we don't have our critical thinking yet. But grandparents don't have either, and they're adults.
So, hello. I want to highlight a thing that she had said, that is that influencers, it changed the perception, and sometimes it's good. But most of times when we look what influencers do, we are watching what they want us to see. For example, influencers show us what they want us to see, and this could change the perception, but not about life. It can also change our perceptions of our bodies, because here we have, for example, here is a girl with the filter, but in real life she is like this. And teenagers, we are not with the psychological capacities enough to realize that this is false. So there are a lot of problems and mental problems in our generations that are caused by these things. Approximately 1 from 5 teenagers between 12 and 18 suffer one mental health disorder. And this is said by the Adolescent Wellness Academy. And this is something that we see in our daily life, because when I turn on my mobile phone, I see lots of influencers that have perfect bodies, and we're all time comparing our body with her body, and we say, oh my gosh, I want to change. And most of those habits are not good for our health,
And it's a thing that if teenagers doesn't have access to social media, we can avoid these problems. Thank you so much.
Hello, good morning. I'm Inigo Granda, and I'm the second rebuttal of the team of Virgen de Mirasierra. First of all, I have to notice that you did it all very well, but we think that we are not agree with you because, for example, teenagers nowadays are digital natives, and banning them all this social media is like banning them going to the street. It's like prohibiting them going to the street. They will live in an era that is all surrounded by digital things and digital stuff. And an article from the Pew Research Center that showed that users think that they sometimes find false or misleading information content in social media, but they find more good ideas and true stuff than false things. And a Stanford University article also said that freedom of speech for minorities help them to express themselves. And we think that as minor teenagers are a minority, they need this freedom of speech for them to show their point of view, because in our era, children don't have any choice to select what they want to do. And it's the ball it's in parents' court to decide if they want their children to have social media or not, because until they are 18 years old, the parents are those who decide if the children should have social media or not. But if we prohibit them the social media, it's like, for example, in Volstead law that happened in the 20s in United States, just produced more consumption of alcohol and produced a lot of mafias that helped these people to consume alcohol, and it produced a lot of consumption of alcohol. And for us, this prohibition would be like the Volstead law. There would be children, because there's not a very good way to verify if the teenagers are over 18 or under 18. Thank you.
And now, hello and welcome, my dear followers. It's day 5 in the Debate League. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is how most of the videos in the internet. So welcome to the internet. Have a look around. We have influencers full of filters. We have
Wait.
and of course, fake news. Don't forget about this.
Excuse me.
Come on, it's a safe place. No, it's not. When we surf around the web or around social media, we can find really good things. That's true. We use it for communication, to search for cool things, but not everything is true here. And this is a real problem nowadays. Imagine one of us, a teenager, want to look like their favorite influencer, their favorite celebrity, but that person starts doing, for example, skincare routines or things that are bad for their body. But what's here the bad thing? That person that you admire, that you want to be, doesn't exist. Do you really think celebrities or influencers don't use tons of makeup or tons of filters in their social media? That's why we said this is not a real person. And us teenagers, we may be think that, yeah, it's real or not, because that's what we are. We're teenagers and we don't have 18 years old. And in that age, our mind, it's already developed and it's already good. And we know what's real and what's good for us and what to follow. You said we use social media for communication, but we also use it to inform about ourselves or what's happening in the world. That's true. That's a good point. But before we talk about fake news, on the news you see in your TV, you can see whatever the host want to say. But on the internet, that's a big problem. Think about it. Anyone can post, everyone, even me, I can post whatever I want. And it could be fake, or it could be a bad thing, like I am bullying someone, and that will lead into bigger problems. Even if we don't think it will be bad for the society, it will be. And It's on the internet. Everyone have access to it. Do not really believe what everything you see there, and we must be worried about it because it's a very important problem here between us, the teenagers. You will never know, and this is in our hands. Thank you so much.
Sophia, ready?
Can you hear me?
Absolutely, perfectly.
All right. So during this debate, Alba started her introduction saying that social media is mainly used by adults for purposes such as advertising. But let me remind you that social media was created with the purpose of connecting with others. And there is no doubt that social media allows everyone to connect with others. Gabriel Martinez, in his introduction, said that the internet and social media specifically is a place where everyone's voice is heard. And this has a very big importance for people under 18, because just because you're under 18 in today's society, their opinion is constantly underestimated. But this doesn't happen when they use social media. So we think the key here is educated to them. And that's what our 3 main points are about. Remember, first, user protection, critical thinking skills, and being left behind in society. Because let me tell you, in an increasingly technological world, not allowing children or teenagers not use any type of social media would make them being left behind in today's society, more than they already are. Nerea said that people could still learn before using social media, but we also talked about how social media improves access to more resources. Just let me tell you, today, this debate is an example. Today, people all around Spain and all around the world have access to a debate link in English. And also, let me tell you that age doesn't equal to maturity. When you turn 18, you don't suddenly become smart enough to tell what's fake and what isn't. Because the reason why people can't tell what's fake news and what isn't is because they are correctly educated. And well, let me tell you that you've been constantly underestimating the power of education in this debate. Because with education, we can improve our critical thinking skills, we can become better people, and we can make a bigger impact for the better in society. Lucia talked about how social media only shows us what, and specifically influencers only show what they want us to see. But that happens everywhere. People in real life also wear makeup, also tell you only what they want to tell you. So using that as a reason is nonsense, because that also happens in real life. And then let me tell you that we think that the key for making social media a place that's prepared for everyone is educating children since a young age. Because let me remind you, we're digital natives. People born from 1997 to 2015 grew up with technology. So educating all these digital natives is the way of making society better. And that's why we think that teenagers should be allowed to use social media. Thank you.
Well, thank you. We have finished. So.
Perfecto, entonces ya os vais a ir a deliberar, entiendo, y Silvia se queda con los alumnos de Virgen de Mirasierra y de Safa Grial para entrevistarles y preguntarles cómo ha ido y que se puedan expresar después de esta semifinal tan estupenda. Así que, jueces, no os digo nada, que os toca algo difícil. Buena suerte también a vosotros, ¿eh? Silvia, all yours.
Well, thank you to both teams for an amazing debate. I truly enjoyed listening to both of your sides. It's going to be a very, very difficult choice for the judges. I don't wish to be in their spot. But anyways, I would like to ask you some questions about your experience throughout this debate league, and maybe I will also ask some coaches their opinion as well. But let's start. I'm going to start with maybe Sara from VIII de Mirasierra. Sara, can you tell me, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Can you tell me a little bit about your experience being on the debate league team at your school and working with your teammates?
Of course. Well, working in this debate has been an amazing experience because it helped me to grow not only in an academic context, such as like learning new words or respecting the opinions of the others, but also it helped me grow as a person because it taught me things about immigration or how mental health affects with social media. So everything helped me to realize that in this world, there are many things that maybe we should start realizing. And this debate helped me to think that every opinion is good and every opinion should be heard.
That's a really great point, to be respectful of other people's opinions, regardless of what side of the argument they are on. That's a very good point in general for life. So thank you for that. Let's go to, I'm going to ask maybe Manuela. No, sorry, I'm going to go to Safa. Sorry, I'm going to go to Safa first, then I'll come back to you, Manuela. I'm going to ask Lucia. Lucia, can you hear me? From Safa? Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Tell me about how your family and friends and your schoolmates have supported you and the team throughout the debate league and other teachers as well. Only today, but throughout the whole debate league.
I think I didn't hear you. Can you repeat the question, please?
Sure. Can you please tell me how your family and friends and schoolmates and other teachers have supported you and your team throughout the debates league?
Well, it's true that lots of teachers here in my school get part in the debate league without caring if they are English teachers or not, because and they help us a lot because they have knowledge in different areas and that helped us. And my friends and family encourage me like to, they said me, have fun and do your best, but without any pressure. Like have a fun time learning English and those things.
Yeah, good. Like to focus on the right things versus winning or losing, right? To focus on improvement. Fantastic. Good. Maybe I'm going to ask Coach Pamela a question. Pamela, can you?
Pamela's going to answer here because her iPad doesn't work.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Hi, Pamela. Can you?
Hi.
How are you? Can you please tell me about this whole coaching process and how you've seen your team, work hard and progress and really kind of like improve all of their types of skills, and kind of give me an overview of your experience as a coach with them.
So basically, it's my first time coaching this group, no? And what makes it easier for me to coach them is their willingness to learn, and they're very open to receiving feedbacks. I mean, of course, it's not easy not to receive feedbacks. Oh, this is not right, but they're so open to it and they're so willing to learn. That's why the whole 3 months that we were preparing, every recreo, every break time, right? Like it was really fun. And I've seen them grow. I mean, especially during the first weeks of the debate, they were pretty shy. And then they evolved so much into being very confident students.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing your team.
Thank you so much.
Okay, maybe I will ask Coach Alejandro from SAFA. Alejandro from Coach SAFA, maybe you could also share with us how it has been to coach your team and how this process has been the last 3 months and how you feel now in the semifinals.
Hi, hello. It was an amazing work from then, actually, when I tried to help. And the girls had already all the work done. I was actually very impressed with all the work that they had done, and it also I tried to lead and I tried to comfort and I tried to make them calm as well before the debates. It is a pressure for everyone, but they actually I think that they learned a lot as well. But if I had to highlight one thing that I've done was only to prepare all the technology and stuff, because everything surprisingly was done by them, and I'm very proud of them because of that. Seriously, it was an amazing job, an amazing experience for us teachers. I know it's not here, but always I want to say thank you to you for all the process. It was very nice
Thank you
experience
to
for us. It's the first year that we participate.
Yeah. Thank you to the coaches, because without them, this would not be possible. So thank you so much for all your hard work. I see judges are back. Does that mean we have a decision? Okay, excellent. I'm going to pass it off to them. Thank you.
Pues sí, los jueces han vuelto y bueno, ha sido también un debate muy interesante, y voy a dar las puntuaciones y con eso pues quién pasa a la gran final, ¿vale? Colegio Virgen de Mirasierra, 113 puntos, Safa Grial Valladolid, 93 puntos. Así que tenemos al Colegio Virgen de Mirasierra que pasa a la gran final. Colegio Safa Grial también fantásticos. Ha sido un debate muy interesante, un ejercicio muy bonito. Y bueno, aquí tenemos a las chicas de Mirasierra que las veo en la cámara saltar de alegría. Y a los chicos, y enhorabuena a todos. Si los jueces le queréis comentar algo, Marcos.
Pues muy buenos los dos equipos, o sea que felicidades por haber llegado hasta aquí, también a Safa, que lo habéis hecho muy bien. Gracias por participar. No sé si queréis deciros algo entre vosotros.
We didn't hear the results.
Los resultados han sido Virgen de Mirasierra 113, Safa Grial 93.
Okay, thank you.
Y os dábamos las gracias por la preparación, por las horas que hay detrás de toda la liga, de los temas, ¿vale? Lo habéis hecho muy bien, y queríamos felicitaros a todos los participantes, por supuesto. Perfecto. Y comentaba si queréis deciros algo entre vosotros, o sea, del equipo, si alguien quiere comentar algo del equipo contrario, o sea, Safa de Mirasierra, Mirasierra de Safa, nada, 30 segundos y pasamos al siguiente. ¿Alguien quiere decir algo?
Sí, nosotros queríamos decirles que ha sido muy reñido. De hecho, estábamos hablando justo antes de que dieran el resultado y que pensábamos que habíamos perdido. Ha estado muy reñido, lo han hecho genial, nos han parecido increíbles, tenían un muy buen acento, se nota que se lo habían preparado un montón, y muchas gracias por competir contra nosotros, porque nos habéis enseñado mucho. Muchas gracias.
Good, thank you.
Pausa. Perdón por lo del sonido. Nada, nosotros también queríamos deciros que lo habéis hecho súper bien, que la verdad es el debate más reñido que hemos tenido, y queríamos daros la enhorabuena y pues toda la suerte del mundo para la final.
Muchas gracias. También lo habéis hecho muy bien vosotros, Safa, Grial, de verdad, que hay un trabajazo impresionante. Y ya te damos paso, Laura, para pasar a la final.
Perfecto. Os recuerdo que no vamos a cortar la emisión. Evidentemente, sí vamos a poner las cámaras en mute. Como tenéis que descansar, el Colegio Virgen de Mirasierra y bueno, Claret Barcelona a prepararse y el resto de equipos que nos acompañen, Santa Dorotea y Safa Grial, que nos acompañen en la final, que va a ser bastante movidita. Lo que vamos a hacer es entrar un vídeo. El vídeo dura 15 minutos, o sea que el YouTube, así que nos sigan, no se corta y van a ver cómo han ido los debates, experiencias vuestras, vuestros testimonios. Va a estar muy interesante y así también le dejamos a estos chicos y a estos jueces una pequeña pausa. Así que va a entrar el vídeo en 15 minutos. Estamos todos aquí.
13-15, ¿verdad?
Sí, 15 minutos dura el vídeo. 15 y 16.
Angel, David, Lucia, and me, Oscar, from La Milagrosa School. This is our first time to participate and was a very nice experience.
Thanks to this competition, we learned working as a team, collaborating and developing critical thinking.
From my point of view, the debate league was awesome. We learned a lot of new words and it was so challenging.
We really want to thank to Tamron Learning Systems for giving us the opportunity to participate in this league. Now we are more open-minded and confident students.
Thank you,
Tamron Learning Systems.
Hey, hello, we are here, the Godema team, and we would like to say you some few words for the debate experience analysis.
We have had a great time preparing all the topics. It was really fun, all this experience preparing them and being together. And we also think that our English level has become a lot better and now we're more confident about it.
We have also learned a lot of things about the topics that we had been discussing to prepare the organizers, like AI, sports, finance, mental health, etc. And we wouldn't be as much aware as we are in these topics if we wouldn't have been part of the debate.
With this experience, we have made new friends and have enjoyed all this time. And also, we are very grateful for the AMCO team and also for the other teams because thanks to them, we have wanted to be more competitive and improve ourselves and our skills of English each day to become better. And good luck for tomorrow.
Okay.
Sports.
¡Que nos toca! Bro, se ha quedado pillado.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Inigo. And our experience in this debate was
Fun.
and really pleasant.
Fun because we had a really good time preparing different topics because they were really interesting.
And really pleasant because we got a lot of unity as a group, and we also learned a lot from the ones from the others, and we learned about all these topics.
Hello, I am Gabriel. And I am Jorge. And we think this has been a unique experience, and it's made all of some people from different ages to get together. Unique because, I mean, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get to debate with other people and other schools. And for example, Inigo and Sofia are from 4th FESA, and the rest of us are all from 2nd FESA. So, as we say, thank you very much, and go.
Hi, I'm Sarah. And I think this was a really delightful experience. And I think this was a very lovely experience. I think it was delightful because it was really entertaining and amusing to investigate all the different topics. And I think it was delightful because we got to connect with people from other schools. And we think that overall this was a really pleasant experience. Thank you.
Thank you all for the experience!
So debate league has helped me a lot to talk in public and how to prepare things, and also I find it very interesting because it has helped me a lot in strategies to talk with people and how to rebate things that I don't agree to.
So for me, it has been a wonderful experience, and I have learned a lot with different topics such as like healthcare, AI, and I've learned how to debate and how to change my mind on things and see different points of view.
Well, personally, I've been one of the filler members because even though it might not seem like it, sometimes I can be a bit shy and I don't really enjoy talking in public that much, but I do have to say that sometimes that I've had to fill in or everything, I've really enjoyed the experience, and also like as a group, how we enjoy working together and support each other has also been definitely a very remarkable and memorable positive thing to add.
My experience in the VIII League has been very nice because personally I've seen that my oral presentation skills have become stronger as well as my debating skills. That was skills that I didn't really knew I had, and with the feedback from teachers and classmates I've found where my weaknesses are and where my strengths are to work on them, as well as I was able to learn a lot about new topics because the debate topics were some topics really new to me, and I was able to learn and expand my knowledge even more.
In my experience, this opportunity to debate with other people, it has helped me to improve my English skills since I'm not native. So yeah, working all the time in English and having to research things in English and having to debate in English, it has really helped me to develop my language skills more. And also, I didn't really have great debate skills, so I think that this debate league has helped me to develop them more. And now I know, for example, the structure of a debate and how to argumentate my points correctly, and not like before, because before I was very messy and I just kept adding things when I passed to another topic, and now I'm very organized with my opinions.
Hello, I'm Albert, coach of the team representing the school Santa Dorotea in Barcelona. Well, I have to say that preparing the debate league with the students has been a really good experience. It's amazing how they have grown in argumentation skills, research, and teamwork. They have always been open to the suggestions from the judges in order to improve, and I think that they have improved a lot. So yes, it's been great. I wanted to thank the organizers and the judges for their support and advice, and especially the students for their motivation and their availability, and the bond we have made, which is great. So thank you all, and good luck, you're the best.
So what can you tell me about this experience of the debate league?
I'm so grateful because I have the opportunity of learn a lot of English in this debate, also to learn about the topics that we talk about, because it's something so important in our daily life, knowing the topics that are so important. And also it helped me to create a link with my partners, and now we are friends. Also, my grades on school are better now because I know the importance of preparing the things.
How did you feel the time you were preparing those debates?
Well, it was a great experience. We first do a brainstorm, and then we just talk about each theme and topic. And I think we have a real good organization, and this is a great team, and we are so grateful for being here, and thank you so much.
And how did you organize yourselves when preparing the debates?
So we did some reunions all along the week. First of all, we did some brainstorming, we say ideas and things like this. Then we prepared the graphic organizers, but we also prepared a mind map, since we have a blackboard for us, and we talk about ideas, we organize the arguments, the conclusions, the things like this, and we change it depending on the topic we're talking about.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
If you could sum up the whole experience with just 5 words, which 5 words would you choose?
I will choose opportunity, teamwork, hard work, challenge, and learning.
Great! As teachers, we are really happy and grateful of being a part of this project, as I think our students have learned a lot, have matured a lot, and this was a really interesting opportunity for them to get in touch with the language, but also with some interesting topics. So thank you very much.
Bueno, pues ya estamos aquí de vuelta con muchas ganas de llegar hasta esta gran final. De verdad, enhorabuena a todos los colegios que nos había acompañado tanto en la liga como en la fase de clasificación y en los cuartos de final esta mañana y en las primeras semifinales. Lo habéis hecho todo realmente espectacular. Es increíble ver vuestros vídeos, vuestros testimonios, cómo os habéis motivado, cómo habéis aprendido, cómo lo pasáis también con vuestros compañeros, y esa es la idea de esta liga de debate. Sabemos que es un gran esfuerzo el que hacéis vosotros y hacen los profesores, pero también sabemos lo que os lleváis de sobredosis de inglés en positivo y de gran trabajo. Entonces, pues cuando lo escuchas, os escuchamos a vosotros, pues dices, wow, merece la pena, sí señor. Así que enhorabuena de verdad y vamos a la gran final. Tenemos aquí al Colegio Claret Barcelona, el Colegio Virgen de Mirasierra. Compadecemos a los jueces porque lo vais a tener muy difícil. Como veis, nos hemos equipado con vuestras camisetas porque somos uno más de esta liga. Nosotros también hemos puesto, estamos también equipados. Y bueno, Marcos y todo el equipo, buena suerte a los dos equipos y enjoy, pasarlo muy bien.
Good luck, everyone. And Sunny, are you ready? Choose the topic and all yours.
Thank you very much. Okay, so, oops. 1 second, sorry. Apologies, 1 second. There we go.
Maybe you need to refresh the presentation.
Yeah, I clicked on the wrong button.
I change the statement, change the pro, change the con, change the top. All is different.
Good. Perfect. Good. All right, so same again, we need to choose a topic for today's final. Okay. Who can I choose today? Everyone's disappearing from my screen. There we go. Manuela from Virgen de Mirasierra. Can you choose?
Hi, I think we're going to go with C.
C?
Yes.
Yep. Immigration and European borders. I can see your reactions. Yes, it's quite a deep topic. Immigration and European borders. And well, I don't require anyone else anymore because there's only one option. So let's have a look at Debate League 23-24's final statement. Okay. A country must equally balance immigration and emigration to regulate its welfare effectively. a one out, one in policy. Okay, again, it's quite a lengthy statement, so I will give you a minute or so. Okay, a country must equally balance immigration and emigration to regulate its welfare effectively. A one out, one in policy. No worries, in you go. I'll give you some more time. Okay, thank you. Manuela, if your team is all ready, can you give me a thumbs up, please?
Yes, they are all ready. Thank you.
Fantastic, thank you very much. And who can I see? Well, Mireia, can you give me a thumbs up if all your team are ready? All good? Fantastic. Okay, so now we need to choose for and against. So let's go for, I don't know why, but all the names are disappearing. Well, Pamela from Mira Sierra. Can you choose a number, please, from 1 to 4?
She's going to talk here because her mic doesn't work.
No problem.
Hi, Sonny.
Hi.
So I think we're choosing number 3.
Number 3? Okay. So, Mira Sierra, you are against.
Que sí, que tenemos un arte.
I can hear the excitement. That's good to see. Or good to hear, rather. Okay. And so that means, Claret, you are 4. Okay. Good. All okay? Do we all understand who is for, who is against? Yeah. Claret 4, Mira Sierra against. Okay, so as always, Jordi, do you have a question?
Yes, I do. When you say welfare, do you mean like well-being for society, or like what the state gives out to help those in need?
Unfortunately, I can't help you with the term, okay? But you have the 10 minutes to search the definition of welfare, okay? I would love to help, believe me, but it's against the rules. Good. All right, so Nacho, when you are ready, you can send them to the breakout rooms for their 10-minute preparation, okay? The time is 28 past. Be back at 38.
Si me podéis poner el vídeo, por fin, que estoy apagada de la cámara y no lo puedo poner yo.
Okay, they're coming, Laura.
Ok, gracias.
You're welcome.
Perfecto. Bueno, pues ya están llegando los alumnos, ¿no? Nervios.
Hey, sorry, but one of my teammates, Sarah, had a technical problem and she had to leave the meeting, but now she can't enter again.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't allow to enter.
Okay, I think she's coming. Sarah. She has to ask for permission.
I think Nacho needs to let her in. Como se encarga de la llamada.
Okay. Perfect. He raises his hand, telling me she's vibrating. Okay, Sophia, could you tell her click the link in the chat or send the link to her, please?
Hi, sorry. It's saying that Sarah has been thrown off of the... que la han expulsado y que no puede volver a entrar.
Okay. So maybe we can send the invitation.
Like, she already has the invitation, but it says that the amphitryon is throwing her off.
We're working on it. If not, she's number... Manuela, tell me what her number?
What?
What her number?
She's not debating today.
Okay. 1, 2.
¿La tenemos en la misma sala? ¿Está en el mismo espacio que vosotros o realmente está en otro lugar?
Sí, está con nosotros.
Ah, bueno, pues si no tiene arreglo, se puede poner con la cámara y con el micro y no pasa nada.
Perfecto. Sí. Ella participa en el debate, ¿eh?
No, hoy no.
Vale. Sino que se siente al lado de uno de vosotros para que se vea en cámara también, porque ellos preparan 4, digamos, titulares, pero hay 6 posibles participantes, entonces para que no quede fuera y así avanzamos con el inicio del debate. ¿Os parece bien? Sí. ¿Y a ella le parece bien?
Claro, ¿te parece bien? Sí, le parece bien, gracias.
Vale, muchas gracias. Vale, ¿empezamos, Sani?
Sure. So, just a reminder that Claudette, our 4, Mirasierra are against, and Chris, okay, is going to be in charge of the timer. Again, exactly the same as we've done it up until now, okay? So, for Claudette, Ainhoa, you are going to start the debate today, all right? So, best of luck to both teams. And Ainhoa, when you are ready, you can start.
Okay. Hi. Well, first of all, I would like to start with a quote. I'm reading. Our attitude towards immigration reflects our faith in the American ideal. We have always believed it possible for men and women who start at the bottom to rise as far as the talent and energy allow. Neither race nor place of birth should affect their chances. These are words from Robert F. Kennedy. So, my name is Ainhoa, and I'm representing Claret School of Barcelona with my team, Mireia, Jordi, and Mary. And I hope we have an excellent debate. So, as I said, with this code, this is why we must regulate it to make sure it happens. In today's world, how countries handle people moving in and out can really shape how well they are doing. When people move into a country, so they are immigrating or leave it, that is emigration, it affects a lot of things like how the country is doing economically and socially. Some smart folks, like Robert F. Kennedy, think that to keep things balanced and working smoothly, countries should have a rule where for every person coming in, one person goes out. They call it a one out, one in policy. This idea is all about making sure that a country doesn't get too many people coming in or leaving all at once, which could cause so much problems. It's like trying to keep things steady so that everyone has a fair shot at finding jobs and getting along together. And it's not just about money. It also is about making sure everyone feels like they belong to one place and has what they need to save like these necessities. Having this kind of rule makes sense for a few reasons. First of all, it helps make sure that there are enough workers for jobs without too many people fighting for the same ones. It also helps mix things up like culturally with different ideas and traditions coming together. Plus, it can make it easier for new people when there's not too many of them arriving all at once. But it's not just about making sure new people fit in. It also it's also about giving folks who want to live a chance to do so. Maybe they are looking for better opportunities elsewhere, or they want to be closer to family. So thank you for listening to me, and let's have a great debate.
This is the introduction. Can you see this graphic? This graphic shows. Wait, can I take off the so I can show the graphic?
No, empieza, start.
Pero I need to take off the.
Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect, Gabriel. Now.
Yes. That way, right? Okay. I start again. Can you see this graphic? This graphic is the population in Europe 1950. And it is said that it is incorrect by experts and it has a decaying older population. Now let's turn this around and you can see the newer graphic. Europe in 2023, considered by experts almost perfect chart and not made by one in one immigrant population. The Article 13 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights said two principal things. First one is that everyone has the right to freedom and movement and residence within the border of each state, and that everyone has the right to leave any country, including his own, and to return to it afterwards. Should immigration and emigration be regulated one in one? Simple answer for us is no. However, we will use a series of points and sources to prove why. Good morning, esteemed judges, fellow debaters, and distinguished audience members. Hello, together with my team composed by Sofia, Inigo, Manuela, and myself, we are going to prove to you why it is incorrect. We are going to use three main points: freedom of home election, innovation and growth, and multiculturalism. With the sources being the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and the United Nations of Information Center say that Europe does not have the resources to control a minuscule way immigration and immigration as in one in one. People that abandon their home and country have a reason. Worcestershire, a British and Somali writer, said that, are you going to not let someone that is looking for a better life into your country? It said that no one leaves a home unless it is the mouth of a shark. Its home is the mouth of a shark. Many great figures in history, such as Joseph Pulitzer, have contributed to the country of America by immigrating and its immigrants. Flexibility here is key, and a little change is a good thing. And like the graphic said in the beginning, it is a case, in this case, is a good change. And as Martin Luther King said, I have a dream, just like the billions of people trying to immigrate every single day. Thank you very much. Good day.
Hello everyone, my name is Melite and I'm going to do the first rebuttal. That is that we agree that a country must equally balance the immigration and immigration to regulate its welfare ability. You talk about the graphic of European and the immigration and migration, but we don't know the source and you don't give it, so we don't know if this statement is real or not. You talk about also that people can have the rights to leave a country to live a better place. This is not the topic of the debate. The topic of the debate is that a country must regulate their immigration and migration, because if they do that, the social integration and cohesion can be better. Also, the flexibility and the labor market can be good because there be a labor demand equally of immigration and migration. So if we do this, we can have a diverse society, that we have another cultures that can be in one place and we can know their other opinions or their reversals. So this is a flexibility that can be done. You also talk about that they have the rights to migrate. That is right. They can migrate, but this is the topic of the debate is talking about if the country must equally balance the immigration and migration. That is also right, because if we don't do that, all migrations or immigrants cannot achieve the labor markets they would like. Because, example, if a person would like to talk about professor, they can do that because it will have more multiple migrations or people that are working that cannot achieve these topics. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Manuela, and today I'm going to be doing the first rebuttal. So I'm going to start by repeating a bit. So I know you said something about America, but the last time I checked, this debate was about Europe and if countries should close their borders. And I don't think it has many things to do because they have completely different laws and ethics. And also you said that it will create a lot of changes, but aren't changes good? Aren't changes what making us go forward? If we didn't have changes, we were still stuck in the sex system of 1950s. You also said that we should get a fair shot for jobs, but that's not fair because if you don't have competition, if people who want to apply for that job are not getting the opportunity, in nowhere does that fair. Do you think it really is fair to discriminate people for their country of origin? Do you really think you're more because you're Spanish or you're less because you're French? I don't think so. Cadiz Uni is saying that in Cadiz they're preparing to create more borders to help immigrants come to their places and get them more opportunities so they can live the life they want to. As my companion Javier said, they're not leaving their house because they want to. They're leaving their home because they need to. We should also have freedom of home election. We do not want to have everyone in the country of origin because maybe you don't like it, you don't like the culture, and you like better French culture. That's nothing wrong with it. The United Nations General Secretary says that Europe needs all this immigration to keep afloat. With all this immigration, we're going to fall a lot behind in all the changes that they could help us make. And our graphics are from the UNRIC, and immigrants and the UNRIC also agrees that immigrants have filled the labor shortages. Thank you very much.
Mireia, are you ready?
Ready.
Yes, sorry, I'm ready.
Perfect.
So, hi everyone. I'm Mireia, and together with my team of Colegio Claret Barcelona, I'm going to keep defending our posture for this statement about immigration and European borders. To begin with, I'd like to say that by proving our point, we're not against immigration or changes. We are defending the regulations between locals and immigrants. I believe that had to be cleared out because we don't want to sound like we're against immigration. We're against the regulations between immigrants and locals. So one of our arguments is that these regulations can lead to economic stability. A country can ensure there's a stable workforce if there's a balanced number of locals and immigrants. Too much immigration can lead to, one, constrained resources and infrastructures, but at the same time, too much immigration can lead to labor shortage and decreased productivity. Other argument I'd like to comment is the cultural exchange. Fosters good exchange and that promotes tolerance and acceptance between different cultures, which I believe it's really good for a country to be able to have different cultures in itself, as it's like it makes it so rich. And finally, I'd like to say that it promotes diversity. Immigrants bring new ideas and new ways of making things, and that can also be really positive for a country. So finally, what makes, well, immigration and emigration, this like balanced, it would makes a nation stronger and united. So thank you so much for.
Hello, I'm Iñigo Granda, and I'm the second rebuttal of Virgen de Mirasierra. According to Enrique, that is the United Nations Regional Information Center, without migration, Europe's population would be declining. And excuse me, my camera wasn't.
Okay.
My camera is working now or not? I'm sorry.
We can see you now.
Okay, I had a technical problem. Sorry.
Start, Inigo, start again, okay?
I start again. I'll start
Great,
again. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, thank you.
Very well.
Relax.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so hi, I'm Iñigo Granda, and I'm the second rebuttal of Virgen de Mirasierra. According to Enrique, UNRIC, the United Nations Regional Information Center, the Europe's population would be declining without migration because, according also to the United Nations General Secretary, Europe needs a lot of migration, more than people going out, because we don't have workers in the jobs that Europeans don't want, because there are some jobs that people would not like to do. And also, according to this Greek study that is from where our graphics are, this mix of cultures would lead to a more diverse and complete society. And we think that, as Gabriel said, the Europe's population is transforming into a diamond population, and in the following years it will transform into an upside down pyramid population, and that's not good for Europe. So we need more migration of young people than old people to pay their pensions, to pay the people who are older, and to pay the others one salary, because I know you told us that the one out, one in policy would lead to a better regulation of immigration, but regulating immigration, it's practically impossible, because we have some examples, as for example, the Nazi Germany or the Ukraine and Russia war, in which if we had applied this policy, a lot of people would have died, as for example, Jewish people or Ukrainian people in Ukraine. And we think that if you leave a home, as Gabriel said, it isn't because you want to leave your home. So why would we stop them the food and tell them, no, you cannot enter here? You cannot, because there's no people going out. We think that diverse culture would lead to a better society. Thank you.
Jordi, are you ready?
The micro. Okay.
Yeah, she's preparing, I think. Because...
Okay. Good morning. I'll go over what has happened throughout this great debate. First of all, my name is Jordi. I'm from Colegio Claret Barcelona School. And as we have already proved, a country must equally balance immigration and emigration to regulate its welfare effectively. I wish to gather the arguments proposed by both teams to prove that our point is actually right. So I'll start by bringing back the argument that everyone has the right to be equal. This was said 300 years ago, and yes, it is absolutely right. This is exactly why they should have an equally great life as the people who are here. But if we let millions and millions and millions of people come in, this will not be possible. So this is why we must regulate it. They said they are looking for a better life. Yes, which only proves our point that we must ensure that when someone escapes their homeland and comes to Europe or in between Europe, they can find a better life. The graphic of the population, I think it was in Spain, I can remember, but that makes no sense. I mean, the situation on the job market, the situation of public services, it is absolutely collapsing. And I'm not saying it's entirely because of immigration, but it has not saved us completely. Also, Europe has regulated immigration since 1950, they have definitely regulated immigration. So if there are any changes whatsoever, it has to be thanks to this. Also, I want to clarify the American quote. It was simply a quote proving the need of regulation to ensure collective well-being. It had nothing to do with an argument. That's not how we meant it. Also, one of our colleagues mentioned the changes are positive. That makes no sense. I mean, let's think about World War II and everything. Are we saying that because Hitler made changes in their government, Hitler was a positive influence for Germany? Or is that what we're saying? Because I don't think so. And also, what does sexism have to do with this debate? I don't see any connection. And last but not least, as my teammates have already said, the labor market won't flood nor be in shortage if we manage to regulate immigration and emigration. Also, it is crucial to ensure integration and cohesion between different residents, because otherwise it will be a complete mess. Also, yes, migration is crucial for Europe. That is why we must regulate it and make sure that people do come in. And the one out, one in policy, we consider it the only way to ensure fairness. So to finish, as humans, can we really be driven by the law of the jungle? Let me take this one. We must not. Thank you very much.
Good morning, I'm Sophia, and I will be concluding this debate, defending our position that an one in, one out policy isn't the answer to equally balanced immigration. First, we started mentioning an article, the article number 13 of the International Declaration of Human Rights, that said that every human has the right to move and live wherever they want. Are you really going to deny someone a human right just because there aren't enough people emigrated? Because let me tell you, in the case of Europe, more people immigrate and come to Europe than the people that live in Europe. So you would be denying the entrance to lots of immigrants, to lots of potential talents. We would also want to recall that regulating immigration with a one in, one out policy would make illegal immigration and ways of taking immigrants here flourish. And that would be a very big problem because this type of association organizations that bring immigrants illegally cause lots of problems. We also want to say that drastic times call for drastic measures. And as we said before, look how Europe's pyramid is becoming. It's becoming an upside down triangle, and that means there will be no one to pay pensions. but with immigrants and the amount of immigrants that isn't regulated by a one-in-one-out policy, that would equal to getting an actual population pyramid that's correct again. I also want to recall the fact, and my team all agrees, that some people don't leave their home countries because of want, they leave because of need. Just think of all the Ukrainian refugees that are coming to other European countries because they have a war in their home country. They are in risk of dying. How are you going to deny entrance to all these people? We also want to say that not having a regulated immigration policy of one in, one out may have drawbacks, but it has way more benefits, as such as the ones that we said before, that are multiculturalism. That's very important because it brings different cultural backgrounds that also helps a lot in stopping racism, which is a big issue nowadays. By proving and defending your point, you're denying entrance to immigrants that have a dream and that need to come here in order to perform their abilities, or even in order to survive. We also want to say that you said that this policy you're defending would promote tolerance, but we completely disagree. We think it would promote tensions between immigrants and locals that can't end. Lastly, we want to recall that positive changes benefits us, and that's why we think we shouldn't have that one in, one out policy. Thank you.
Wow.
Fiery debate. Well done to both teams. Okay, so we'll take a few minutes, Mark, Chris, and I, to deliberate the scores, and we'll be back with the winner of this year's Debate League 23-24. So bear with us, and we'll be back as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. So I'm back to say congratulations. Wow, wow, wow. What an amazing debate. You guys did such an incredible job. Both teams did an incredible job. I'm actually speechless because I think all of you did so well. You expressed yourself so well. The body language, the fluidity, the intonation, the pronunciation, and the arguments and the points that you had were truly incredible. This is going to be a very, very difficult choice for the judges. I don't envy them and don't want to be in their shoes at all because they have a very, very difficult decision to make. In the meantime, like I did before, I would like to ask you some questions. And let's start. Let me see. I'm going to start with Íñigo in VIII de Mirasierra. Okay. Can you hear me?
Okay. Good morning. Yeah.
Morning. Can you tell me about how you think your team did today?
Look, I think today we did it pretty well, but I think we have did it very well the whole time of the debate. These months have been extremely intense. I have loved going with my teams in this activity because we are like very good teammates. I think we love each other. We're very united, and I think we did it very well because we all worked a lot and we showed ourselves and the people that are around us that we can fit a lot of things out and that we can do anything that we propose.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. Okay, I'm going to go to Claudette. Maybe I will ask, Mehdi, did I ask you a question before? No, I don't think so, right? So I'm going to ask you a question. So what did you think about today's topics? And do you have a favorite topic?
I think the other topic that we do is very good, but the European and immigration borders was the most complicated for all the team. So it was our least favorite. And I think the favorite was the first one, that was sports and finances. That was our favorite.
Okay, good. Fantastic. Yeah, they are complicated some of them are quite complicated issues and very debatable, and that's why they are a debate topic. Okay, good. Let's go to, let me ask, let's see, maybe Gabriel from Virgen de Mirasierra. Okay, what would you, perfect. What would you say to students? What would you say to students who are unsure about participating in their debates team at their school? How would you convince them to participate?
I would just say do it. It's been a great experience overall. Really fun. I've learned a lot. And the unique chances you get to debate with other teams in English and how well we've done it and how fun it has been. I just think it's just a great opportunity to be able to do this. And I would just say go in the ride and get in the debate teams. It's been a really fun experience.
And don't be scared, right? Or face your fears. Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't be scared.
Yeah, sometimes the fears.
It's been.
Were you a bit apprehensive at first? Were you a bit scared at the beginning? Gabriel, were you a bit fearful at the beginning of participating?
Well, I mean, at first you're a bit scared, but afterwards you get more confidence and you do it better. So
Yeah, good. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to go to Claudette. Maybe I'll ask Jordi. Are you there?
Hello. Yeah.
Okay, so just wanted to ask you, what do you think was the hardest part of the whole debate league? What was the hardest part for you, or maybe you and your team? Which aspect?
That's a tough one. I'd probably say that the toughest part in every single debate is the few minutes or maybe seconds where you don't know if you're going to be winning or losing. I'd say the stress there is pretty high. So yeah, that might be the toughest part.
Oh, you made a very good point there about stress. So I'm gonna bounce off of that idea and ask another question, maybe to Sofia in Virgen de Mirasierra. How did you deal with the stress and that nervousness, you and your team maybe? What were some of the strategies that you used to stay calm and to not let the nerves get to the best of you?
So my way of not getting really nervous was thinking that I work a lot and just like saying to myself, you got this, you can do it. And, saying that if you don't do it well, you don't perform as good as you wanted to, then don't be mad on yourself because you've worked a lot and that's matters. So that was like my technique to not get like super nervous or not feeling bad, like if I didn't do it that well.
Okay, good. Thank you. Let's see. Well, I think the judges are having a very difficult time.
Yes, they're still not finished. I could see that they're working hard.
Yes, it was a very equal debate. So let's go back. Maybe I'm going to ask, so I have to go back to Claudette. So maybe Ainoa.
Hi.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would do differently? For example, if you were to participate again in the debates league next year, is there anything you would do differently or you and your team would do differently?
Well, I think I pretty enjoy as much as I have got this experience. But yes, I think that the thing that I would like to change might be the previous preparation of the debate with my team some days before. Maybe look up for a little bit more of information and have some like more things to say or more proofs, maybe like graphics or something like that. And yeah, but I really enjoy it.
Very good, thank you. Okay, let's go back to Virgen de Mirasierra. Manuela, maybe? Did I ask you something today or right now? No.
You went to ask me, but you stopped because
Then
you
I stopped.
confused something.
Okay, so tell me how you have improved personally throughout this whole debate league.
I think I have improved a lot because at first I was really nervous and anxious about doing all this stuff. But right now, like I feel way more confident, and I think that I have improved a lot. And even if we don't win, I think that I have done my best.
And do you plan on participating next year?
Well, they have told us we can only participate once in a lifetime, so I guess not. But I
Aw.
would.
Well, you have this amazing experience as a great memory. So fantastic. Okay. Let me go to actually I'm gonna ask Pamela, the coach, because she's one of the few coaches that is here. So I'm gonna ask you another question, Pamela. How would you or what would you say to other teachers who are not sure whether or not they want to set up a debates team at their school, or what will you say to them to encourage them to participate in this league?
Ya viene.
Hi, I'm sorry, I have to move, okay, because okay, my iPad is not working. So you're asking about the teachers, no, for who will participate.
How would you convince other teachers to, or what would you say to them to convince other schools and teachers to participate and to set up a debates team as a coach, like from a coach's point of view and as a teacher's point of view?
I think for a teacher's point of view, I think just believing in your students. I think if you believe in your students that they can do it, I think for me, the reason why I was able to coach them, it's because I believe in them and I'm proud of them, and they really have the capacity and the heart to go through all the stages of debate. And it's not easy, especially like, for example, they have extracurricular activities and they have to sacrifice their break time, just as I said earlier, and they're willing, to do it. So I guess for next year, the teachers who wants to have their own debate team, I guess if you really believe in the students, I think that's it for me.
That's a great point, that the students feel, that their coaches believe in them and that they can do it. I think that's the key things to doing such a great job. So thank you. Well, thank you so much. I see the coaches are back. Sorry, the judges are back. So I'm going to pass it on to them. I'm super nervous and excited to hear the results. Thank you.
Pues sí, están aquí los jueces y creo que nos aparte de dar yo el resultado, creo que nos van a comentar algo, pues no sé, algo tendrán que contar de esta final tan interesante y con este nivel tan espectacular. Así que, bueno, como estaréis todos deseando saber los resultados, allí voy. Os voy a dar las puntuaciones tan maravillosas y tan estupendas. Colegio Claret de Barcelona, 98 puntos. Colegio Virgen de Mirasierra, 105 puntos. Así que, bueno, por puntuación ha sido el Colegio Claret. Fantástico. Y Marcos, enhorabuena a los ganadores, enhorabuena a los finalistas. Sé que quieres decir algo antes de que yo siga hablando. Me has comentado.
Sí, como el evento, aunque tenga un formato, bueno, están festejando, pero yo creo que ya me están escuchando, ¿verdad? Are you listening to me, guys? ¿Ya? Sí. Queríamos comentar que, claro, obviamente el formato es de competición, pero lo importante es la mejoría que han ido teniendo los equipos, la soltura que han ido teniendo. Y entonces queríamos, obviamente, felicitar a todos, a Ainhoa, Meritxell, Mireia, Jordi, también a Gabriel, Manuela, Íñigo y Sofía, o sea, estupendo, destacando dos detalles para que nos sirva de aprendizaje para próximos años. Uno, las introducciones de Gabriel, que las queremos destacar. A really good job, de verdad, naturalidad, soltura, movimiento, gráficos, datos, muy completo, queríamos destacarlo. Y de Claret, Mary Chain, cómo ha improvisado para refutar a medida que le iban diciendo, o sea que felicidades también a uno y a otro, ¿vale? Obviamente felicidades a todos, pero queríamos destacar ese nivel de improvisación, o sea que en ese momento tienes que hacer algo para rebatir de que le has dicho que qué fuente y que, o sea que muy bien, ¿vale? Todos estupendos, todos felicidades, pero queríamos matizar eso. Y por otro lado, por el tema, que obviamente todo el mundo tiene claro que no es vuestra opinión la que estáis emitiendo, ¿vale? Tranquilos, no es vuestra opinión, simplemente es una postura para argumentar, ¿vale? Felicidades, todo tuyo, Laura, gracias.
Pues de verdad, enhorabuena al Colegio Claret, lo has hecho fenomenal. Súper enhorabuena al Colegio Virgen de Mirasierra, que este año pues ha conseguido ganar este octavo debate league. Os recuerdo los premios, tenemos unos equipos para los segundos clasificados, tenemos unos Redney Boots, unos auriculares inalámbricos con cancelación de ruido, súper chulos, que va a venir muy bien para estudiar, para trabajar, para escuchar música, para ver vídeos, para ver pelis, para escuchar inglés. Aunque no os hace falta mucho porque vais divinos, pero bueno, siempre os viene fenomenal siempre para seguir mejorando vuestra pronunciación y todo lo que estáis haciendo. Y para nuestros ganadores, pues tenemos unos Chromebooks Asus súper potentes que van a estar súper mega chulos. Os lo vamos a hacer llegar a tanto por supuesto, a los dos equipos. Están súper contentos. Mira la cara de Íñigo, me encanta ver estas caritas. Enhorabuena a todos, de verdad. Os hacemos llegar vuestros obsequios, vuestros regalos para el colegio. Un placer teneros aquí este año, un año más. Súper contentos, muy buen nivel. De verdad os decía, un buen nivel durante las semifinales, los cuartos, la semi, la final.
Creo
y
que
es el resultado de vuestro gran trabajo. Así que enhorabuena a todos, de verdad.
Creo que sería interesante ver si alguien del equipo le quiere decir algo al contrario y al revés, que lo hemos hecho en la semifinal y creo que es muy bonito escucharlos con respecto al otro. Si te parece bien, Laura, y
Me
aunque
parece
ya sé que
fantástico.
estaba fuera de guión, digamos, y con esto
No, me
cerramos.
parece, es lo más bonito. O sea, es lo más bonito escucharlos a ellos.
Entonces, ¿alguno de Claret Barcelona quiere decir algo a Virgen de Mirasierra?
I wanted to say something. Bueno, lo digo en español o en inglés.
In English is perfect.
All right. So I want to thank Claret Barcelona because, in our opinion, they're really good, and we were like really worried about because we weren't sure we were going to win. In fact, like we thought they were going to win because they were really good and they counter-argued in very good, and we were like, you got in the rebuttals, they got a lot of arguments and started like throwing them down. So thank you because you were really good and it was a pleasure debating against you.
Thank you, Sofía.
No es una maldición, ¿eh?
Yeah, hi. No, we would also like to thank you so much to the judges and also to Virgen de Mirasierra. It's been a really good debate and really complicated. Like, you've been really good competence, but we've enjoyed this so much and it's been so fun overall. So thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you all.
Pues de verdad, enhorabuena. Si alguno de los coaches, Carmen o Pamela, queréis decir algo, nosotros estamos encantados de haber tenido esta liga de debate con vosotros. Y sé que a los alumnos de Virgen de Mirasierra no os dejan repetir porque hacen que todos paséis por la experiencia, cosa que también es muy bonita, pero que nos encantará. Si os dejan compartir otro año, puedo participar, pues fantástico. Y de verdad, enhorabuena a todos. Muchas gracias también al equipo académico, al equipo de atención al cliente de Tangram que ha estado ahí, el equipo de marketing que ha estado ahí trabajando entre bambalinas para que todo saliera como la seda y para acompañaros, que quieras que no, el directo algunas veces pues no es difícil.
Gracias a ti, Clara, también, ¿eh?
Nada, un placer. Bueno, pues enhorabuena y a pasarlo bien, a comer rico, que es sábado, y a disfrutarlo, ¿vale?
Gracias a todos.
Un
Un
aplauso a
abrazo.
todos. Un fuerte aplauso.
Muchas gracias.
Well done.
Gracias.
Bye. Adiós.